So I'm always trying to test the level of what a plant will do and what it will take to get a plant started. So this right here is a pot that I am. This is filled with water right here. If you see this pot right here, it just has a little bottom on it with my pineapples in there. Basically, these pots that I'm about to show you are pots that I've always gotten from Home Depot. And they come with a watering holder at the bottom. It's about maybe 2 inches deep. Let's see. I don't know if you see that. And basically what you're supposed to do is there's a hole in there somewhere and you fill it up with water. But I've never been good with following the rules, so what I do is I use a funnel and I make my own solution and I fill it up that way. So this right here is a palm, and I got maybe what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 avocados in there. If you see, I got some limpa cactus in there. The reason why that happens is that I tend to put my pots outside. Not the wisest decision I've ever done. That's another palm over there. But probably not the wisest decision I've done. But what ends up happening is that depending on how I put it out there or where I put it out there, bugs climb into it. That's just some Epsom salt right there. But if you see that one right there, that's a bit dried out. And what happens is that, and that's another one that's a little bit dried out. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I shine some light on it. But what happens is that in addition to the worms that are in the bottom of the pot, my worms typically stay at the stump of all my plants, and that way they're able to kind of be able to eat out the dead rot at the bottom. These are just some of the things that I'm trying to test out to see what will handle and what won't handle. As you see, that's cabbage right there, and it looks like what, 1, 2, 3 spreads from it. So we tend to split those. That is from broccoli, I believe, and that is from lettuce. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 splits off of that. So we tend to test them to see when we try to regrow it what it will do. I think that is what is that? Kale? Maybe callaloo. No, that's definitely kale. That's lettuce. But anywho, that was not what I was focusing on. But so this right here is a pot that basically what I did because of the temperature that was outside was I actually filled this up with hot water, and I did half dirt inside of this. So when you fill this up with water, there's holes in this pot. The water actually comes up into this pot at about here or there. So when I put the hot water in, I put half of the dirt in first, and that kind of creates a barrier separation between the seeds and the water. For one, it's hot water. I mean, if you do that, then you risk damaging the seeds. But it also makes sure that you're that's one of my dogs. I don't know if you hear it, but it also makes sure that you're not you're giving the plants a room to root up and to come up into the pot, which I tend to put mine all the way down, but because I'm experimenting with this, I just want to see what happens. But what you'll notice in here is that in that section right there, it looks disturbed, almost like a cracking or an earthquake, creating like little tiny chasms inside the pot. Now, the reason why that's happening is several reasons. After a while, there's going to be exchange from this pot. The water is going to start to climb its way up and out, and it'll come out in the form of gas. So that's one thing that's happening. I just put those two there yesterday because I want to just see if they'll root. But another reason that this happens is because of the seeds. After a while, the seeds that I put inside the pot are going to start to climb out. So what you'll start to get is little areas like that where the cracks are happening. And that should actually be where the seeds start to come out. I put a little bit of everything in there. I do a mishposh when I do starter seeds. I don't have a set plan for how I put them in there. I just want them to grow out. When you put them that deep, it causes them to grow a little bit stronger. So when they come back, I'll show you what they look like.